And what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Showsan. With me, of course, are two of my very favorite co-hosts. Let's go with the cute koala.
Yep, cute koala, aka Close.
Welcome, good sir. Finally, my bearded cohort. Got nothing.
I am not the scrambled video guy. Your video just went haywire.
Did it really?
It's fine now, but for like a second there, it looked like an old arcade game crashing.
Oh god, my internet's been really weird lately. But regardless of how my internet's doing, I'm here as always, and I want to thank you guys for showing up. As always, we're gonna have another awesome episode. We might even get a very large co-host popping in randomly.
Oh god!
The devil.
You had to say something.
Oh my god.
Speak of the devil. That is awesome.
Showsan, I blame you for this. I blame you, and I blame
Showsan the prophet.
Very prophetic.
Wow.
You are perfect time for intros. Go ahead and say hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien.
What?
I don't understand American.
You know Spanish better than English. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you guys, welcome. I'm happy to have you guys, of course. Let's go ahead and kick things off as we always do with
good news, everyone.
Yay!
So it's actually a rather light news week, but
Nothing's
there is
light
something
when veggies
interesting.
What
That's
about
very
the
true.
release of games? That's
Well,
light news?
We're getting there. So that's
Hey,
actually
if you got
one of
some
the
news.
first-
You know.
I-
Why don't
Well,
we let
that's
him
the
go?
first thing I wanted to bring up, though, was Activision, go figure, is pumping out another edition of Guitar Hero, calling it Guitar Hero Live. So here's what's interesting. You can find this over on The Verge, theverge.com. But what this is they filmed a live audience, and you're the guitar player from a first-person point of view. And then, of course, you've got the long strip to play your notes, blah, blah, blah. Typical Guitar Hero from there. But it looks interesting.
Is it like an actual guitar that you have to play like Rocksmith, or is it like
No,
the
this is a remodeled version of the original Guitar Hero controllers. But the kicker is, this thing is selling for $99 out the gate.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
That's a
that's
little
their
expensive.
proposed price. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was a huge fan of Guitar Hero and Rock Band and all those, but I'm not paying $99 just to get back into it.
I'm surprised
Sorry.
They can
have
suck
the
my
guts to
chulo.
do this. Like, I didn't think Guitar Hero was like that popular still.
Well,
It's
Guitar
not.
Hero, this is the first Guitar Hero in 5 years.
Right.
And I think
And
the
the-
only reason they're releasing it is because, well, Rock Band did something. So
Right. But here's my whole thing. You're going to charge me $99, right? And then turn around and charge me, what, $1 a song? Just like
Yeah,
you guys
pretty
used
much.
to do.
microtransactions.
It is. It's way too much money. Sorry. I'm not doing it.
I'm with Show on this one. As much as I love the Guitar Hero series, that's just BS.
Guitar Hero is just a novelty to me. I've never actually bought the game. I will go over to other people's places that have the game and play it there. But
Mhm.
I am never going to buy that game for myself. No way.
Knowing my
Right.
mom, she will get it.
Ugh.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, if some people are a fan of the game.
I mean, yeah.
No, she'll get it because she'll play with my little brother or little sister, not to buy
Okay.
it.
Well, see, my thing was, it was really awesome as like a party thing. You know, we'd all get together, we'd be having drinks. Hey, let's pull out Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
Absolutely.
But
That's the only time you
that's-
ever play it.
About as far as it ever goes. So,
It's kind of like Super
That's
Smash
kind of weird, though, that you're playing to a crowd.
well,
Like,
yeah.
that's its graphic. Instead of having like the neat graphics in the background, it's now just a live view of the crowd.
Well, I want to say it was Rock Band actually put in the animated little people in the background, but again, they were very cartoony and animated. So, yeah. Anyway, so that was interesting. But I think that's all I have before I move on to some interesting Blizzard news. Do you guys have anything new or anything coming out?
You could talk about the Humble Bundle.
Yo, right. Damn. My notes are terrible.
Yes,
What?
you are a terrible individual.
Oh, shut up, you. All right, so Humble Bundle. Go to humblebundle.com, and you guys can pick up some awesome EA games. It's actually, they're doing it a little bit extended this time. And they have some pretty interesting games in there. Of course, as some of you guys know, Humble Bundle picked up the same guys who did Peggle and all that, PopCap Games.
EA did. Not Humble
Or
Bundle.
EA. Sorry, what did I say?
You said
Said
active.
Humble Bundle.
Oh,
Sorry. Jesus, Veg. You don't even know what's going on.
right?
Do I ever?
No.
Obviously not, because you're playing a game instead of doing the podcast.
Right.
I'm doing the podcast.
Dang it,
But yeah, so
I could have sworn you said Activision.
part of this whole thing, they've got some pretty good games on there. Of course, you can pick up Peggle, because I had to bring that up. But they've got Dead Space 2 is part of this
Dragon Age.
bundle. Dragon Age. A whole bunch of really good
really?
games, actually.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten them,
Mass
now
Effect
is your
2.
chance to pick them up.
Wait, which Mass Effects?
Mass Effect 2 at the very least. And,
Yeah.
and they have a little question mark in the lower corner saying, more games coming soon.
Right.
Yeah,
so-
that's always if you buy out more than what the average is, what the spending is.
But that's
Yeah,
fine because
haven't
the
said
average is usually
VR,
like
not
$12.
Yet.
Right.
Dragon Age,
Not
though,
a big
that's worth
deal.
it.
Dragon
Already?
Age Origins.
It is.
Yeah.
Dragon
And
Age
of
2.
course, parts of your proceeds, and you can specify how much, goes to charity, which, again, even better. You know, why not? But that's about all I got, really. Anybody else? No?
What, for this
Games?
week?
Yeah? No? Okay,
Yes.
so then
What you got,
let's
Veg?
go ahead and...
For games, GTA 5. Say what?
Okay, yeah.
GTA
GTA 5 just came out on PC. Snag that up through Steam or any of your other favorite people. I guess it's pretty much Steam.
Yeah,
But
who
it's
else
just
has
much
played it?
love. I think it is just Steam, but it's freaking amazing. 60 frames a second. If you have a pretty decent computer, if you can turn up the graphics, it's amazing. I can't even begin to describe it. That's all I've been doing is playing that. Well,
Yeah.
since it's come out, but
Well, that and if your computer hasn't been shut down on you.
Right?
well, okay. So the reason my computer's shutting down, I think my motherboard's dying on me. The 3.3
Called
volt, the 3.3 volt rail, I think is going bad on my MOBO. It
So what you're
keeps
saying is your
getting errors.
motherboard is off the rail.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bad with the puns.
Man, I should have betted
But-
freaking Bill and James yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds like MOBO problems. So,
There you go. Those
guess
are
I
always
gotta
hard.
invest in more. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the to crank it up for cranking up GTA 5, it's ridiculous. If you have a decent computer, not just a decent computer, a amazing computer, better than what you are supposed. You know, I'm talking about like the freaking like 970s, 980, you know, GTX, whatever, or Titans, if you can afford them. You know, 4K resolution, just it's ridiculous what they did to it.
Oh yeah, it's amazingly beautiful. You wouldn't think, but yeah, if you can get that really good system, it's amazing. Even on a lower system, though, it still looks good. I mean, even playing at 60 frames a second is well worth it.
Oh yeah.
Well worth it.
It's actually throwing me off because I'm so used to the 30 frames from the consoles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. $60 on Steam. Whew.
Yeah, it's
But
a
for
little
a game
pricey.
that's got a Metacritic score of 96, it's probably worth.
Anything to play Trevor. And if you guys don't know Trevor, just YouTube GTA 5 Trevor and just watch these videos. His stuff is hilarious.
The guy who
It's
did it is a
definitely
freaking
mature.
genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's definitely mature content, though. So
Oh yeah, it's
Keep
just Grand
that in
Theft
mind.
Auto.
right.
I mean,
Well-
come on, hot coffee mod, anyone?
No, they took this to a whole nother level. If you're really curious, you can look up what is it? Prostitute first person view.
Oh my.
That
my God.
alone would tell you what they've done to this game.
I have to do that now. I've never done that.
You've
or
never
thought
done
about
that? Oh,
No.
shit. Wow.
You've never.
Yeah,
You've never
I have to get laid in a virtual game now.
It's
The funnier thing is that I've noticed that the female prostitutes will act the same way around the females, like if they were a guy. So if I was to, boink one of them, it looked like I'm actually a guy, having sex with
Oh
sex
my
with her. It's
God.
kind of hilarious.
This is too much.
Gotta
So
love
that's
GTA.
great. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto's always awesome.
And did Mortal
So-
Kombat 10 come out this week or last week?
Last
This
week.
Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last week.
They already have the patch out. 1.0.2 for Mortal Kombat X. It's, by the way, it is Mortal Kombat X, not 10.
Right.
Same fucking thing.
No, they were very specific.
Yeah, Mortal
They can go
Kombat X.
fuck their mothers.
Yeah. I wish I knew what was in it, but there's like some extra content.
There's some skin DLCs and stuff like that you can
Sure.
buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Microtransactions for sure. For
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's all cosmetic so far except for Goro, and then even then, you can literally kick the crap out of Goro now. He's not like that super elite boss like he was in the original Mortal Kombat. You can actually kick his ass pretty good now.
I don't know. The Walking Wall of Fists looked pretty impressive.
It's kind of, if you actually know what you're doing, instead of sucking, you actually know what you're doing and take them out pretty easily.
Hey, I found the news for it.
I'm a button masher.
Yeah, button mashing doesn't work in Mortal Kombat X.
There's
All right,
also
Rob.
moves. There's like a teleport to the other side for Takeda. PC players are being given 10,000 crypt coins the next
Good
time they
God.
start up the game.
Huh.
Wow.
Because of to make up for some of the Steam issues as well. So that's pretty good for the first week out. If they're having launch issues, I mean, I know I got nothing for Diablo 3's launch issues.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah,
That's...
nothing will ever be as bad as the initial launch for Diablo 3, so...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He beat it out pretty good.
No, I mean for
Sim Cities
Diablo
was
itself.
Far worse.
Oh.
No, I mean for Diablo
worse.
itself.
Really? That bad, huh?
Yeah. SimCity was
Huh.
terrible.
SimCity was
I've talked
horrible.
about
I
the
couldn't
SimCity
play.
launch.
I refuse to play it, so...
I have it. If anybody wants it, I can't give it back. So
Elder Scrolls Online was way worse than anything I've ever played.
no,
Yes.
Well,
when you
I-
can't
I
play
don't
for
know.
3 weeks.
ESO
3
was pretty
weeks.
bad.
Okay, so ESO, you played for a day and a half, and they rolled back your character a day and a half after 3 days of launch.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
at
at
least
least
you
you got
play.
to play
That's
I
true,
would say
too,
that
though.
SimCity is worse than that.
because
There's-
you couldn't play for 3
Well,
weeks.
There's a quest at
It's not-
level 18 where
But
there was a quest guy that wasn't even there for the main quest line, so you just had to hop servers hoping that
But
eventually
you
get it.
got to play.
kind of.
Jeez.
I mean, SimCity was... They were, what, DDoSed or something like that?
No,
I'd rather
no,
not.
they just
They
suck.
were so overloaded.
They were
that
EA.
Yeah, they
You know,
were
here
so
we're talking
overloaded.
in one breath about how good the EA Humble Bundle is, and in another breath how terrible EA is.
Well, I'm not talking crap about EA, just because
Oh, I am.
it's such a major conglomerate
It
that
is.
it really doesn't do me any good to trash talk them at all.
So basically, it's like the one side of my ass where it's nice and sunshine, the other one
my
is
God.
mossy and dead.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm
And then
sick.
I get this
I
picture
feel so
of-
sick right now. Oh,
I get this like picture of Mars that's all like poxed up and
Oh,
just
yeah.
cratered.
God. Oh, dinner, stay put.
That's no moon.
It's a space station.
Oh,
Oh my god.
You're welcome for the next recurring nightmare, Ron.
that is sickening.
And he's coming over. Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's. Oh, man.
So
Yeah,
let's
coming into
move
orbit.
on to our Blizzard news, because we are very good at keeping up on our Blizzard news. So Hearthstone, now available on iPhones and Androids, regardless this time. Now, if you guys don't know, they did release this out on certain phones, but it had to be a certain screen size in order to be able to run this.
Yeah, like tablet
That's a-
size.
It was damn near tablets.
It is tablet size.
That is a
my
pain in the
Note
ass.
4, my Note 4 wouldn't even run it, and this is a damn big phone. But yeah, so they finally fixed it. You guys are free to play it, regardless.
I've been playing the crap out of it.
You and me both, man. I might actually get to rank 20 this season.
Oh wow. Well, I do know they said they made some changes to it and made it a little bit more playable on the phones. I don't know since you guys have tried it.
Who cares about Windows Phone?
Yeah,
I'm a Windows Phone user.
Why?
That's like
Windows phones are like the retarded cousin.
Windows
You
phones
know,
are so much
we know
better.
that they exist, and we feel bad for them.
But that's like saying that you still have a Zune. Seriously.
Windows phones are good. They're better than an
No.
iPhone. I had iPhone 4. I went to Windows Phone. Way better. They
It's
just don't have
called
the
go
apps.
to an Android.
Androids were good too.
Speaking of, here, do you guys know what that is?
That's a
It's a
Zune.
mirror.
That is a Zune.
What is? I don't even.
It's a
Had a friend
Zune.
had a
It's
Zune.
an MP. They tried to
Microsoft
copy
voice
iPad.
player.
Yeah, they tried to copy the iPod and failed miserably.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't even work. I gotta charge it.
But yeah,
Well, not only that, half their
Anyway.
Zune crap was filled with spyware.
Oh, it was terrible. Yeah. There's a reason I don't touch
Like it was like the Norton antiviruses of antiviruses.
it.
speaking of things that are crap, I'm going to rein in Show here because he skipped another news post.
Uh-oh, what'd I skip?
Skipped the whole BlizzCon ordeal.
How could you
first of
skip
all-
BlizzCon?
Well, I'm getting
We're
I'm
getting
getting
Blizzard.
there. I'm getting
First
there.
of all, I do have a very important announcement to make.
Okay.
7 consecutive BlizzCon, bitches.
Oh, this guy.
I'm going to Anaheim.
Congrats.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
But,
Holy
Hey
shit.
Ron, are you going to question if they misspelled Coral Straws again?
I don't care anymore. I'm not even on Coral Straws. I'm on Senjin.
Senjin.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Did
haven't
go to
heard.
Orc too?
I transferred off Lightbringer.
Huh.
I am now on Senjin. I'm in a guild called For Honor. And we are kicking ass and taking names over there. Let me tell you, it's fun. But BlizzCon, the reason why we bring them up is because even though I was lucky to get in, anyone who hit the waiting room didn't have
No.
such a good experience. So the waiting room, basically what happens is that they put you in a queue, and they'll tell you how many people are ahead of you.
Yep.
And that queue's supposed to decrease. Well, every so often, people would get tossed out of the waiting room and would have to sign up again,
Oh,
getting
no.
them back in to the waiting room.
Right at the bottom of the
So-
list.
This happened on Wednesday, and Blizzard put out an apology notice and so on and so forth, saying, they're looking at it, they should fix it. And then it happened again this morning. And so people are like all ticked off, saying that this waiting room's a joke, stuff like that.
That's crap.
Yeah, it is crap.
I mean, how much are you paying for these? That's kind of crap.
$199.
Yeah.
What?
$199 this year, yes.
That's my point.
Oh
That
God, Ron.
for that amount of money, you should. I mean,
It should work.
yeah. At the very least, I'm thinking, they should help you out under the table or something. Just something. You're paying so much money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now-
jeez.
Now, the BlizzCon sales are not completely over. Of course, they have the benefit dinner tickets for sale. I
those,
believe this coming was
And they're 500.
750 this year
Oh.
Why does it keep going up? I mean,
because demand.
well, that's true, and people will pay it regardless.
I mean, our first BlizzCon was $100 a ticket.
Yeah, that's still a lot of money.
Activision now.
So the ticket price has doubled since we've gone.
Didn't- aren't-
Activision.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was gonna say they got bought out by Activision anyway. So
Between now, well, the first year it was 100, second year was 125, third 150, 175, and then the last few years it's been pretty consistently 199.
God, that's too much money though. Plus, you got to cover airfare.
You have to
And the
cover
hotel.
airfare, the hotel, food, stuff like that. Of course,
Yeah.
we may be driving.
But
I would.
in all retrospect, though, that's pretty. You're getting away pretty cheap for a 3-day pass because if you want to do a 3-day pass for F1, that's $700.
That you get
Okay.
your ass kicked.
But
not winning.
here's the
You
thing:
weren't paying attention when the round began.
when I went to TGM, the Tokyo Game Show, or TGS. It did not cost me nearly that. And this is freaking Tokyo, of all places.
Is it Tokyo? That's awesome.
And yeah, it cost me, what was it, maybe $50 American? It was relatively cheap. Well worth it. Definitely well worth it. I don't know. But 3 days. Yeah. So, all right, Ron, what else we got? Blizzard.
We got 6.2 PTR patch.
Uh-oh.
Awesome.
Yeah. It is an actual content patch.
Finally.
No air quotes required.
Yeah, Jesus, that took them a while.
I know.
So what are we looking at?
Oh, so we're looking at the invasion of Tanan Jungle, which unlocks that zone.
Figures I
There's
get
going to
the
be
game
a
before
shipyard and the garrison. Hellfire Citadel is the new raid tier, which culminates, I believe, was it Archimonde? Archimonde?
Yeah,
Ooh.
no, Magtheridon.
No, Archimonde.
Well, he's in there, but
No, it does not mention Magtheridon. It now mentions a reanimated Manaroth.
Manor.
Ooh, that's fun too.
But there's also Gorfiend, Killrock Deadeye. There's 13 bosses in all. So
Really?
Hellfire Citadel, I'm hoping that there'll be a lot of blasts back to burn Fate in there. That's
what it sounds like, just bringing up those bosses.
So do you think they're going to announce the next expansion this coming BlizzCon?
Absolutely, they are.
You think?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, because this is already in-game content.
So anyway, continuing on, the 5-man dungeons will now have mythic difficulty, dropping here between 685 and 700.
Damn.
There's a new thing called time walking, which basically what they're going to have is on the weekend, they'll open up these events, and then a couple of these events will include being able to run dungeons from past expansions at that level.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very interesting.
So they got that going on. They'll finish up the Legendary Ring quest line. This is what 6.1 should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
not the selfie patch.
Yeah,
They gave World of Warcraft limit break pretty much with those rings. It's exactly what those do, is limit break mechanics.
Interesting.
Huh.
So, yeah, that's 6.2. I mean, this looks like it's going to be pretty big. Of course, there's rumors that this is the last raid tier that comes out.
Oh, probably.
$10 more for the expansion. One less raid.
Yeah.
Well, if they're going to be doing expansions at this rate, they need to be cheaper than what they are.
Of course,
Yeah, significantly.
Of course, there's a bunch of class changes. Monks got stomped on, and then 2 days later they went back on all the nerfs because the monks were so ticked off.
What about Death Knights? They got screwed over royally.
They don't. They care about Death Knights like they care about Druids.
Yeah.
Druids are broke.
The first times I looked.
So yeah, that's 6.2.
Fun.
I'm hoping that there's 5-man dungeons, please.
Yeah, there might be.
They have not announced any 5-man dungeons.
I know.
Oh.
They have, but I mean, the main 5-man dungeon thing is going to be the mythic content.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun, though.
That and being able to go back. And, yeah. That should be fun. Now, word on the street is that there's also some new Diablo 3 changes that are coming soon.
Oh yeah, aren't they getting rid of greater trial rifts or something like that?
Yeah, the greater rift keystones that you get at the end of the normal rifts are apparently going away. No word what they're being replaced with yet.
But they are going to be replaced.
Yeah. Now I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, a rift trial took what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, probably.
It's I don't know.
I've only done a handful of them.
I've heard of a lot of people, streamers that run 20 of these trial rifts at a time, just complain the entire time about how bad this was.
and yet, there you are. So that'll be interesting. I don't know. I think that's about it for our Blizzard news, isn't it?
That's it. I mean, not a whole lot coming out of Blizzard this week.
Not a lot coming out.
A lot of.
No, I'm pretty sure once BlizzCon comes out again, then we'll get some news.
We're definitely going to talk quite a bit about them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ron, that's actually a perfect segue. So let's talk League of Legends, oh mighty expert.
Well, first of all, Dan, if you're out there, have a scotch.
Scotch.
Yes. All right. So, of course, this is the LCS Spring Split Playoffs. Last week, after we went off the air, Veg's favorite European team defeated SK Gaming 3-2. That would, of course, be the Unicorns of Love.
Yes.
I'm so happy they're in the finals. I hope they win tomorrow.
I hope they lose miserably.
Honestly,
me and Veg are going to have a big argument over this tomorrow. I'm probably going to end up getting eaten over it.
Probably.
So if I'm not here next week, you'll know why.
Yep. Wasn't it like 3-2?
I like how
or
she
something?
took years for that.
I also want to say that I think, if I'm not mistaken, there were only 2 series so far these playoffs that nice fatality there. Awesome. Well, that's awesome. So there are only 2 series this whole playoffs that have not gone 3-2, and that would be Liquid's stamping of CLG 3-0.
I can't believe that.
And then the other semifinal matchup in the NALCS was TSM defeating Team Impulse 3-1. So, yeah, that was.
They're not forever fourth. They broke the curse.
Right?
TSM Team Impulse. Veg.
What about them?
Which one of those 2 teams are cursed? Exactly. Pay attention.
No, Liquid
All right.
is.
So, anyway, in
No,
the EULCS,
Liquid is.
the third place match, H2K defeated SK Gaming 3-2. I hate H2K so much. The only thing I like about H2K is Probably.
Yeah.
Probably the
Yeah,
best
I can
part
see that.
of that team.
Definitely.
And then, of course, Team Liquid forever fourth.
Yep. Figures.
Dang. Wait, Ron, you didn't hear?
What?
Liquid won.
No.
Wait, no, the universe would have imploded on itself by now if they had
Right?
actually
That's,
won.
that's dividing by 0. You can't do
You can't
that.
divide by 0.
I don't know what happened. I
It's
don't
like
know
counting to
what
infinity.
What trickery happened? Who paid who off the refs or whatever? No? I don't know, but Xiao Zhao handed them the gift of third.
No.
I will agree with you there. Yes, Team Liquid broke the curse of forever fourth. They beat Team Impulse 3-2 today. Zhao really phoned it in. I mean, freaking Yasuo, he's been terrible on Yasuo all year. And then he pulls out Ziggs in the last match. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Ziggs? Come on. All he did was throw his ultimate at them when they were, like, sieging the turret. And, of course, it did nothing to them. They take down the turret anyway.
Yeah.
It was a face roll that last game. So
That's awesome, though.
yeah,
Good for
I
them.
don't even. Team Liquid's not fourth. I don't know what to believe anymore.
I know.
The unicorns are real.
Does that
Up
mean
is
C9?
down. And
I hope unicorns are real because that would mean tomorrow's final against Fnatic they'll win.
That would break the
Yeah.
last curse of
There you
Fnatic
go.
winning
Exactly.
every split.
Yes, and then finally, the NALCS, of course, Team Solo Mid faces off
TSM.
against Cloud9
That's going to be
once
enough.
again
TSM.
for what, the 4th consecutive split in
Right.
the finals.
I think
About
you'll be
that.
surprised that this might be a little one-sided.
I think it will be one-sided too. I think
Yeah.
What are
predictions.
you guys calling Cloud9?
TSM.
TSM.
I gotta call TSM.
TSM will lose the first game and win 3 in a row.
There you go. So there's
There
your,
needs to be a
six gaming
team on
panel
this.
predicting TSM for the finals.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
They
TSM.
need, they need a team out. I don't care.
I'll take a team. Pretty awesome. That's it. That's
My
all I
top
got.
laners.
Awesome.
So
All right. Well,
And my
we're gonna-
LOL esports link did not work right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, because it's NA.LOL esports. I'll fix that.
Ah, shame.
Because of course, every week I put everything in the Six Gaming podcast episode 10 event, so you can see what we talked about.
Yes.
That's Facebook.com/6gaminggg.
Yup.
NA.LOLesports.com, and that should fix that.
All right. So let's move on, like we always do, with what are you doing? What are you playing?
Veg, what are you playing? Veg is obviously playing something.
So, Veg is obviously plays. I've already said mine. It's been non-stop Grand Theft Auto since it came out on PC. So, done. Veg,
Yes.
what is all this craziness I
Showsan.
see?
Phoning
What do you
it in,
think?
as always.
Yeah. As always.
he's losing.
Patent
Not
pending.
too bad.
As
I'm not losing.
So much. So much Mortal Kombat.
Just sit on
Oh,
him
crap.
and win.
Oh crap! Yeah,
Ron.
I'm playing Mortal Kombat X.
What have you been doing?
All right, so I'm going to be a little more verbose than you two have been. So,
Good.
first of all, of course, we've been doing World of Warcraft. Our guild got Orgorger down for the first time on normal, and Hans and Franz on heroic. So
Fun.
we're up to 2/7 heroic, 7 or 2 of 10 heroic.
That was a weird encounter to get used to.
Which one?
Or Gorger.
Yeah, that's a weird.
Once
It was just. It was
get
awkward.
Once you get the whole damage dividing down, it's an easy fight.
Right.
Now, of course, there's people that can't play Pac-Man.
Waka waka waka.
Sully's
Can't play
raising
Pac-Man.
a hand over here. But yeah, I mean I found that fight really easy. So yeah, so pretty cool. I've also been playing a lot of Diablo 3, of course, with the season going on. I'm still not in Torment 6 yet. It's like I have a buddy that's done a 42 Greater Rift already.
Good God.
Really?
And he doesn't
Wow.
even have a Unity yet.
Huh.
Really?
I mean, it's just sickening how well he's doing. So I'm hoping to at some point.
Your friends have no soul.
Yeah, he has got no soul. He's only like 177 Paragon level.
How the hell is he doing it that much? Or how's he high
apparently
that high?
barbs are OP.
Barbs are OP.
That's what he says. The barbs are OP. And then, of course, I have to give a shout out to Hearthstone. Playing that on the phone has been amazing. I have to talk about this one game that I played because I was playing. I had a quest, and and the quest of you had to have a druid or a rogue win 5 games, and I was playing on a rogue. And I'm usually terrible with the rogue.
Yeah.
And what happened was that I had nothing to start with. Oh no, I was on a druid. That's right, because I ended up doing swipe, and it was just amazing because I had nothing to play. He's sitting there playing all his cards, beating the crap out of me, and then something happened. He ran out of cards, so I was able to clear the board, kill all of his minions, and then at the very last turn, he had full health. He was at 30 health, and I was able to one-shot him down from 30 health with 4 minions.
Oh wow.
Huh.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah,
Very
that's Hearthstone, and it's a lot of fun playing on the phone. It's different than playing on PC or tablet, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out. Playhearthstone.com is that website.
Well, not only that, and then you can get it on your phone or yeah.
Yep. And I'll admit I've been playing Crossy Road.
What the hell is that?
It's basically an endless Frogger game. Dan
like
talked
Flappy
about
Birds?
it one. What? Huh? Dan talked about it one week, and it was like, maybe I should try it. It's a free game, so I tried it, and yeah, I beat the crap out of everyone on my friends list. So, and then the final game, of course, played League of Legends last week. We're not going to talk about what happened.
Don't want to
Yeah.
talk about League of Legends.
Pretty bad.
No, I don't. I really
Ron
don't.
was a sad man.
It was awful. It was
Really?
so bad.
Didn't get
I
demoted
mean-
though.
I did not get demoted. I should be demoted. That's how bad it was.
Interesting.
So hopefully this week will be a little better. That's it. That's all I got.
Cool. Coles, what have you been doing, man?
I've been leveling up another alt account on League of Legends.
Good God, really?
This is what, your 4th account?
Yeah,
It's entirely too many, you know that.
and then, well, it's for the free IP, and then
Still.
sadly, I have a friend that's hooked on RuneScape, and he made me try it.
What?
Oh, good lord. It's all over.
I had to join RuneScape Anonymous.
Why are you playing RuneScape?
Because he has nothing better to do.
Seriously, I have nothing better
There's-
to do at all.
Do you know when I stopped playing RuneScape? Whenever I found real MMOs.
I figured it was when you got done playing Mortal Kombat.
No.
You lose your soul playing
Well,
RuneScape.
By the
I
way, nice
don't.
X-ray.
Thanks.
So, anyway, all right. So it sounds like that about does it for us. So let's move on to our 6 gaming roundtable. So what this is we discuss a different topic. I had originally proposed a topic in our pre-show as we were getting together, but I wanted to bring up something different actually than what I originally brought up. So for our topic, actually, okay, see, part of my job we have to do different little seminars and have to be educated on different topics.
Well, you have to be educated?
We have to be educated. I know. So what they're doing
hold on, time out. Show?
What?
Where are you from?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, enough said. So what they decided to do was sexual assault awareness. Okay. And they brought in an interesting guy. It was one of those kind of motivational speaker type things, whatever. But he brought up an interesting point. See, a lot of the language that we use and a lot of the culture that we consume and stuff like that is very much biased towards the men, whereas the women, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of a thing. But that kind of got me to thinking about language, and specifically the language that we use as gamers, and how absolutely derogatory we are towards each other regardless. So my question to you guys would be, is there a way that we globally can change this attitude instead of griefing and trolling, or have we pretty much started down this slippery slope, this never-ending path?
It depends, because that's by person to person. Because I've met some really nice people on the internet. I've met some fucking horrible people I'd never want to meet in real life because I'd kill them. It's all in perspective. It honestly is. Because everyone says that everybody on Call of Duty is a 12-year-old little girl, or some fag, or some other derogatory name that they want to post out. And I've also experienced that on League of Legends. But also in the same, table, I have met some really cool people that I've met online. And for example, that's how I met Ellie, that's how I met Ron, and that's how I met you guys. Yep. It's you put yourself in that environment. If you want to be derogatory, and have friends that do that, you're going to have that. If you want to set yourself up with that, you like it when people call each other names all the time, there's a difference between poking fun and say, oh, you're just a fag that you don't know how to play, or, oh, you're just a motherfucker, or you're a dumb bitch because you can't get this KDA, or something like that. And it's not fair, to judge that everybody does that, or that the gaming community all does that. Yeah, a lot of people do, unfortunately, and that's the sad thing because of the anonymous. I can't say it right now.
Yeah, and the anonymity.
Yeah, that. The anonymity.
Yeah, not everyone on the internet is a Lennox McDuff or a Freddy Pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Anyway. And they always say, oh, cursing shows the lack of intellect, and I beg to differ. I like the curse. That's the difference. But
me too.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. The thing is that what people don't understand is, we use a lot more vulgar language than most any other groups do besides football, maybe. Good God. But and I don't mean American football, but we don't use it, directly at each other. I was like, oh, I fucked up, something, or I fucked up a mechanic, I'm not pointing that at somebody. I'm pointing out something that would happen. I'm not saying, oh, you're a fucking loser, or you're a fucking idiot for doing that, because that's just negativity, and I don't want to bring that on to anybody usually, unless they really, really deserve it. But
so
Go ahead.
I think what happens is, especially in a competitive gaming environment, is like this guy is like all of a sudden your most hated enemy on the planet for this next hour of the match of League of Legends. And if you don't beat him, well, you don't want yourself to feel defeated. You want your other teammates to be like, it's your fault. So they just go harass it or
people
harass
don't want to take responsibility.
Exactly.
They don't want to believe that they're the ones who screwed it up.
Right.
And in games, in League of Legends games, I take full blame for my, actions. It pisses me off that when people are like, "Oh, it's your fault." I'm like, "Dude, I didn't do anything." I'll call out when I did something wrong. I'll say, "Oh shit, my bad," or "Oh crap, sorry guys, I dong that up.
The worst part is when people are like, "Oh my God, you're so bad. Don't do that." And I'm like, "Well, if you tell me what I did wrong and what I should have done, then we can maybe talk about this. But if you're just gonna be like, you're bad, don't do it."
Yeah, or you're a fucking troll and you fucking suck, you piece of shit. I had that game the other day, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, now I have to mute a teammate that I potentially have to communicate with to win now? I'm putting him on mute because I don't feel like hearing his toxicity?
Yeah, there's so many games where I've had to mute players, and it's kind of funny because there's been games where I've muted players within like the first 5 minutes, and we end up going on and winning the game.
Yeah.
It's not that we're bad. It's just that one person.
It's negative attitude.
Tends to have that kind of attitude. It's just like I don't have time for that.
But is there something?
As soon as someone does that, I just mute them.
So can we do something about that? Globally.
I don't think we can.
I don't think in competitive games like League of Legends, I don't think it'll ever go away.
I don't think it'll ever go away anywhere.
You'd have Halo, Call of Duty, Mortal Kombat, League of Legends.
Right.
I mean, you're talking about a huge chunk of games nowadays.
I mean,
but the thing is that you're trying to change not just one person's opinion or 2 or 3 or 10. You're trying to change everybody's, and that's impossible to do. And that's basically the internet in a nutshell. Because you hide behind a wall or you hide behind a screen, you can do whatever you want. It's your alter ego or it's your different personality on how you act online. And as much as we. Like I said, I try my best to be as friendly as I possibly am, even in competitive games like League of Legends, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, and stuff like that. I don't go out and say, "Oh, you're a fucking fag, you fucked that up." I don't try and I was like, "That was funny, that sucked," or like, "Oops, my bad."
Right.
But I was like, "Can you please do this? Not gank this as much or something like that." I try to put a positive impact, but at the same time, you can't expect everybody to do that at the same time because that's not how everyone thinks, and like I said, it's the internet.
And I have to put this out there. Riot Games, who of course they made League of Legends, they have done studies on toxicity in their games.
Yeah.
In an attempt to improve the experience, and in my opinion, it hasn't changed much since I started playing.
No.
There's still a ton of douchebags in that game.
The thing is, it's so like cancerous, because if one person does it, the next game someone might be on tilt because of the last game going, such a toxic person that a person who is not normally toxic has a bad game, goes toxic, the next person gets toxic,
Yeah.
So it just spreads like a virus.
It is. It's very bad. And the thing is, I mean, you guys will see we have this promotional video coming out here soon. I'm very much known for my rage because I always let the trolls get to me. I don't know why. There's something about it. It gets under my skin. So I'm very much just as susceptible to that toxin, if you will. Because I'm feeding this stuff. Like, I get pissed off, and then I translate that into my gameplay, or I'll translate that into my interactions with other people, regardless if they were the one griefing me or not.
Be careful with League of Legends ranked, that show.
Oh, no, I know.
Very careful.
Yeah,
every one of us has a different way of dealing with it too. Like, I'll just do my best to mute or avoid anyone causing trouble like that.
Yeah, because it's just I don't like dealing with negativity like that. It's a pain in the ass, and it's just like, why am I dealing with this person? Like, great, I'm gonna have to spend 20 minutes to an hour with this person because they decided to be a complete dickhead for no reason, or there is a reason, and that like Cole said, they were on tilt from another game, and that they just finally blow up on yours, and that's a downside of that.
Yeah.
But I've been for a long time. I try to avoid games where I know I'm almost guaranteed to find trolls. It's almost impossible nowadays. GTA 5 is a perfect example for that one.
Yeah.
I love screwing around on that. Show knows that, just especially since I run them over all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, Show, what did you learn from the PS4?
Don't talk shit to you, otherwise you're gonna sticky bomb my car.
There you go.
Actually, so Counter-Strike does a really good way of countering toxicity as well. So they have in-game voice chat, and you can vote kick your teammates. if you get vote kicked 3 times in one day, you're banned from ranked play for like a week.
Damn.
That's not bad. I like that. Yeah.
If you shoot your own teammate 3 times in one game, you're banned for like 2 hours from playing ranked.
That's pretty good, though. I like that.
Okay, so that's pretty good, but having a vote kick option doesn't always work, because then if you get enough trolls in one game, you can get vote kicked even though you didn't do anything.
I've seen it in LFRs in World of Warcraft.
Apparently, it's bad in League of Legends. People will
Dungeons, League of Legends
for no reason.
Yep. So. You're like, oh shit, this guy made a bad, champion pick.
Only nice thing is that everybody there, you can't group up with people in Counter-Strike. So, I mean,
well, that's true.
If all the trolls work together, I guess, but then
so I'm just saying, if there are enough trolls in the game, they don't have to be playing together.
Yeah.
No, very true.
I rarely play League of Legends by myself anymore. I either play with friends or I play or I just play bot games, where there's no tension or anything like that, because it's stressful. It can get very stressful when you're playing against when you're playing with and against very toxic people.
Oh yeah.
It's stressful because it's like, why am I having to deal with this? I'm supposed to be having fun. Instead, I'm getting stressed out because these people are being a bunch of dickheads. And you're like, oh, that's just great. Why am I? It sucks all the fun out of it. It really does.
Yeah.
And then Mortal Kombat dealt their own way of trolls, which was kind of awesome. So
what are they doing?
Basically, if you quit. Kind of like what Counter-Strike is, but if you quit too many matches, you're not allowed to play you can't play for a couple hours online.
That's good.
So they have basically it's like rage quitality. So if you rage quit out of a match too many times, your head will blow. Well, if you quit out of a match, you get to watch the person that quits, their head blows off, and then you win instantly.
Nice. See, that's good too. That prevents that rage quit.
Yeah, and like I said, it punishes hard.
Good.
But you lose credits too, I think they said.
Oh, that's even better.
I mean, people are still going to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're going to still do it, but it deters them. It's kind of like the whole, people, ban guns. Yeah, it's only going to stop the good people from carrying guns. It's not going to stop the bad people from carrying them.
Could you have done that any louder in the mic?
Sorry. I thought I had it muted.
Nope. Anyway, all right. Well, that's interesting. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up to our final thoughts. What do you guys think? So I'll leave it up to you guys. Is there anything you want to close on then with all this that's just been said?
I need to pick up prostitutes in first person mode now?
Yes, you do.
No, I mean, so I know where you're trying to go with the change the internet. Unfortunately, many people have tried. It's kind of like there was the right to be forgotten law that went into effect.
Yeah.
In Europe or whatever it was, and that backfired so hard because the person who started this is now remembered for what he has done and wants to be forgotten, which was that he filed bankruptcy for a house that he had in like '96.
Yeah.
And the thing that he wanted completely forgotten was that, and now everybody knows what it is. The internet is the internet. It's going to be whatever it is. You can try to regulate it. You can try to control it, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, the only way.
And that's part of the whole net neutrality thing. But anyway, go ahead.
Get rid of toxicity. Just have a game where there's no chat. And just play with each other, I guess. That's like the only real way. But even then, you're going to get trolls that like suicide, feed, something, whatever.
Yep, definitely. All right, so Coles, any final thoughts though?
Nothing too veg.
Nothing deep.
Yeah, veg deep.
Right.
And that's really deep, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
really
you just need some waiters. You'll be okay.
Yes.
All right, Ron?
I'm not professional enough to be playing games on the podcast, so I apologize.
I'm not either. I'm trying to manage things and drop frames.
You can't do that.
I'm not.
I don't know.
because
Yeah,
I'm not professional enough to do that.
Well, my closing thoughts. I do want to apologize about today's episode. Having a lot of, internet issues and drop frames. I'm working on that. I'll get it better for next
Joe,
week.
it's not internet, it's your computer.
No,
I don't know if it's his computer, because this has been going on for a couple of weeks. I've noticed that on editing the podcasts on Monday, that he sounds very like there's not enough bandwidth.
Yeah, so I might need someone else to host, but anyway, we'll get to that.
it doesn't matter.
It's
It
called
doesn't matter
North
whether or not you
Dakota.
host, because it's still going to be, whenever you talk, it's
Yeah.
still going to have the same thing. So
I don't know.
It doesn't.
I'm working to figure it out. That's all I'm saying. I'm working on it. So
I try to cover for you the best I can.
yeah, you do good. You do good every week. I appreciate you guys, all of you.
I'll let you take credit for it.
As always, patent pending. So, for the Six Gaming Podcast, you guys, thank you again for coming. I am your host, as always, Showsan. With me, the cute koala,
As always, Coles.
Yeah,
Mr. Mortal Kombat,
Oh, yeah. I think that's fine.
and finally,
I am not playing games.
I am.
and thank you guys again for coming. We will
Thank you
see
all.
you next week. Ron?
See you, bye.